Good evening, everyone. This is Robert, RJL 518 Network, welcoming you back to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1981 season is on the air. Today's date is May 11th, 81. We are at Royal Stadium for a nice American League matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. It's the first time we're taking a look at these teams for 1981. The Rangers are at 500, 13-13. The Royals are not off to that great a start. They are 8-13. Looking forward to a big win tonight to see if they can get them back on the winning track. BB is first through the turnstiles here at Royal Stadium. And hopefully we have a good matchup tonight. Texas historically won this game 9-1, so they kind of crushed them. 24 hits and 2 errors combined. The Rangers had both errors. So what can we expect tonight? Well, who knows? You never know what you might find on Inside Pitch, especially in my games. So let's get started, shall we? Good matchup tonight. Let's get to it. Starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals in this game was Larry Gura. 11 wins, 8 losses, a 2.72 ERA. That was a pretty good year for Gura in 81. He only had 23 starts in the strike-shortened season. So a nice win, not a bad year for Gura with a 2.72 ERA. So the Rangers are on the board tonight. Let's get started with the top of the first. Leading off for the Rangers, second baseman Bump Wills, 251 average, 2 homers, 41 RBIs in 81. Blue, white, and blue dice for the Rangers. They are the home team. Fans here at Royal Stadium hoping Kansas City can get themselves back into this season. Let's get to it. Gura, a 5-3, that's blank. Wills, a 3-5, and that's a ground out to second. And that is the first out. Next batter will be center fielder Mickey Rivers. Yes, he was on the Rangers in 81. A 286 average, 3 homers, 26 RBIs, was no longer the thief he was. He really wasn't Mick the Quick anymore. He only had 9 stolen bases and was not the guy in center field as much, but he is on the Rangers. Last time we saw him, he was on the Yankees in 76. Gura, a 6-3, strikeout 13, that's too high. Royal Stadium, what a strange adjustment here. Royal Stadium, -4 to strikeouts, -5 to walks, and -1 to homers. So Royal Stadium is really a big difference maker for any team visiting there. Rivers, 2-5. That's a pop out to short. And a second out. That is a strange-looking ballpark. 2 outs now. That will bring up the designated hitter, Al Oliver. A 309 average, 4 homers, 55 RBIs. Oliver, one of the top hitters in baseball in 81. Gura, he'll set the pace. 6-2. That is a pitcher result. Oliver, a lefty, a 1-12 is an automatic out. The 16 is too high. Oliver, a 4-2, and he grounds it to short. And that's picked up by UL Washington. He's got it. Tosses it over to first for the final out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers as we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers in this matchup was Rick Honeycutt. 11 wins, 6 losses, a 3.31 ERA. Nothing wrong with those stats for a short season in 81. Let's see what the Royals have in the bottom of the first. Leading off, left fielder Willie Wilson. Very good left fielder and a good hitter. Had a great year in 81. 303 average, a homer, and 32 RBIs. Honeycutt, he will make the pitch. 4-1 against the switch right, that's blank. Wilson, a 4-5. That's going to be a single right past the second baseman. And the Royals get a man on first. Wilson, definitely a stealing threat. He had 34 stolen bases in 81. Infield goes to double play depth. Next up for KC, shortstop UL Washington, 227 average, 2 homers, 29 RBIs. Pretty good bunter, though. Let's see if Wilson gets the jump, and that is a 16. He does not. And with that 5, though, Washington does get the bunt attempt, and we're going to lay the bunt down. So Washington's going to bunt over Willie Wilson. So here's the pitch from Honeycutt, 3-3 against the switch right. That is a blank. Washington will lay down the bunt. The bunt is grounded at the plate to the catcher. His bunt rating is a 5. That is a 15. That will be a successful sacrifice bunt. That is picked up by the catcher, Jim Sundberg. He throws to first for the out. Wilson advances to second as Washington bunts him over. So that becomes an SH2, a sacrifice hit at the plate. Takes away the double play. Next batter, third baseman, George Brett. It seems like every year, George Brett somehow is in my season. 314 average, 6 homers, 43 RBIs. I don't know. Do you want to call that one of the lower seasons Brett had? He only hit 314 that year. Big Clue joins us here at Royal Stadium. Let's see if Wilson doing anything at second. That is a no. Honeycutt, 5-2, hit by pitch, 7. Nope. Brett will get to swing the bat. 2-5, and that is a ball hit to right field. That is a 3 against the lefty. Brett does belt a single into right field. Single for Brett. Wilson's base running rating is a 5. A single to right, +1 is 6. Rangers right fielder is Lisi. There's no chance to get Wilson. He will come in to score. George Brett gets an RBI single, and the Royals jump out in front 1-0. So the bunt turns out to be the right thing to do, and that gets the Royals on the board. Next batter for the Royals will be their designated hitter, Hal McRae, a 272 average, 7 homers, 36 RBIs in 101 games. I have no problem with that stat. Double play depth is called. Brett, a bit of a thief. The 18 is not doing it. Honeycutt will pitch. 4-4 against a righty. That's blank. McRae swings. 1-5. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn the double play. 4, 5, 6. Second shortstop is Mendoza. He's a -1, but it will still be a 5 anyway. A 1-5 is a double play, and they turn it, and that will be 2 outs. Second base, the shortstop back to first, side retired. McRae grounds out into the twin killing. So 4-6-3 double play, but the Royals get 1 run on 2 hits and lead the Rangers 1-0 here after 1. Top of inning number 2. Leading off for the Rangers will be third baseman Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell, a 294 average, 10 homers, 64 RBIs. That's a good season. He has a range of 5 at third base. Pretty good player in 81. Sports Time Machine joins us here at Royal Stadium. Gura, a 2-5. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 2-3. That's going to be a ground out to second. 1 quick out there. Next batter will be first baseman Bill Stein. 330 average, 2 homers, 22 RBIs. He only played in 53 games that season. Of course, that would be, that's pretty good for the year for Stein. A 330 average, that's pretty darn good for that sort of time. Gura, 1-5, that is a blank. Stein, 5-1, that's going to be a fly out to left. That'll be out number 2. The average didn't help him there. And a fly out to left field. Next up will be left fielder Leon Roberts, 279 average, 4 homers, 31 RBIs. Texas Rangers in 81 were not a bad team. They could hit the ball. They definitely could hit the ball. 2 outs. Gura. Throws the pitch. 6-4. Strikeout. That is a 4. No way. Not with these adjustments Royal Stadium has. Roberts will swing. 3-4. And that's a fly ball to left field. Willie Wilson will take a step to his left and make the catch. And that will end the inning. Again, 3 up and 3 down for Gura. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Royals will be center fielder Amos Otis. 269 average, 9 homers, 57 RBIs. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Honeycutt, let's see what he has. 3-3 against a righty that's blank. Otis swings 2-3, and that's a base hit to center field, a single there, and Otis will head to first. Another leadoff single for the Royals. Here is the catcher, John Wathan, 252 average, a homer, 19 RBIs. I'm sorry, wrong. Wathan is in right field, my bad. He is in right field. And I got to make that change. I forgot. He is in right field for this game. He is not the catcher. Let's see. Infield a double play depth. Let's see if Otis does anything. And that 15 says no. Honeycutt will pitch. 3-5. That is a strikeout. That 2. Yeah, he got him. He got him on that. 6 minus 4 is a 2 against the lefty. Rolls a 2. Honeycutt struck him out. That is strikeout number 1 for Honeycutt. He only had 40 of them, 81. He gets the K. How about that? First baseman Willie Aikens is up next. 266 average, 17 bombs, 53 RBIs that year. Anything happening with Otis? That is an 18. No. Honeycutt, he will pitch. 5-6. Possible error. Aikens. 1-6. That's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to bump Wills. His error rating is a 5. That's an 18. He won't make an error. Let's see if they turn the double play. 3, 4, 5. Shortstop is Mendoza. -1. So a 1-4. It is a double play. Nope, they don't get it. Otis is thrown out at second, but Aikens just beats the relay for 2 outs. So that goes as a fielder's choice. And that'll bring up second baseman Frank White. 250 average, 9 homers, 38 RBIs, and 81. Aikens now on at first, really not a threat for anything. Honeycutt does have pickoff. He won't get it there. Honeycutt, a 6-1 against a righty. That's blank. White, 3-6. Ground ball right back to Honeycutt. He gloves it easily. He underhands it to first, and that will retire the side. No runs. There was a hit, a fielder's choice. Still 1-0 Royals after 2. Anything can happen in this strike-shortened 81 season. Teams that get out to quick starts need to get out to those quick starts. If you're off to a slow start, at least in this season, could be very difficult to get into it later after the strike. Timeout on the field. Top of the third, leading off for the Rangers will be the catcher, Jim Sundberg. 277 average, 3 homers, 28 RBIs that year in 81. I have no problem with those stats for a season. That's fine by me for a catcher. Sundberg was also a very good catcher, and with a -2 throwing arm, he'll get you out. Gura. Let's see, 6-1, strikeout 1. And yes, he got him. He will get Sundberg on a K. 9 - 4 is 5. That is a 1, and he gets Sundberg. First strikeout for Gura, he had 61 in 81. Next up for the Rangers will be right fielder Rick Leasey. Didn't see much action that year, but he got the call in this game. 313 average and an RBI. He only had 16 at-bats in 81. He is on the field today. Gura, 1-6 against a righty. Walk plus 10. And Lisi, a 25, minus 5 is a 20. That 13 will walk Lisi. That will be a walk, and he'll trot to first. First base runner for the Rangers. Lisi really not a threat to do anything. And it will bring up the shortstop, Mario Mendoza line. Yep, the originator of the Mendoza line. Mario Mendoza, 231 average, 22 RBIs. A lot of people say the most below average player in baseball history. Lisi on it first. The infield is at double play depth. I don't think Lisi going to do anything with a 6. He won't. Gura, he'll pitch. 4-1. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 4-1. That's a ground ball to first base. Mendoza, double play rating is 2, plus 1 is 3. It stays at 3 because it was hit to first. It was hit to first. Mendoza, a righty, and that's hit to the shortstop. The shortstop is the pivot guy, and Washington's a plus 1 arm, so a 4. So it's still a 1-4 to turn 2. And they got him. 2 outs and actually 3 outs, and that will retire the side. Mendoza grounds out into the 3-6-3. And that will do it. No runs, nothing there for the Rangers. We go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0. Never heard of Lisi. I would have been surprised if you did. One thing I love about Inside Pitch, over other games, Inside Pitch will give you all the players that you need. It may not give you traded players on different teams, but that's fine by me. I have no problem with it. Right now, the Royals are leading 1-0 in a game they historically got crushed. Top of the fourth. And leading off for the Royals now comes up the catcher, and that is Jerry Grody. Jerry Grody was a Royal back in Kansas City in 81. 293 average, a homer, 9 only RBIs. He only had 58 at-bats, though, and this was one of the games he started. Honeycutt, he'll go ahead and pitch. 4-2 against a righty that is blank. Grody, let's see, 1-2. That's a ground out to short. Grody is retired quickly. The next batter is Wilson. Wilson is single. Last time up, he is 1-for-1. Honeycutt, 2-2. Strikeout, 18. That's going to be too high. Wilson, a 5-6. That's a fly out to right. 2 men away. Here's Washington. Washington sacrificed hit his first time up. He will swing here. Honeycutt, a 2-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Washington will swing the bat. 5-6, and it's a ground ball to short. Taking care of it is Mendoza, is up with it. Throws to first, and that will end the inning. Did I say we're in the top of the fourth? No, we're actually in the bottom of the third. So now we go to the top of the fourth. I'm losing my mind here, people, although I probably never had it to begin with. After 3, no score. Now we go to the top of the fourth. Duh. Someone here can't count, and I think it's me. So now we go to the top of the fourth inning, and here is Bump Wills leading off for Texas. Wills is 0-for-1. Gura, he'll go ahead. Yep, good. Yep, Sports Time Machine is right. Gura with a very good WAR of that year. He was one of the better pitchers in that season. Gura, a 4-4. And against the switch right, that's a home run chance. Against the lefty, Wills, his home run result. Wills is a 3, -1 is a 2. That's a 9. He won't get it. Wills gets the swing 6-1, and he just lines it to second. So Gura gave him a bad pitch, but Wills just hit it all on the bat, but just not high enough, and that is a line out. 1 man down. Here's Rivers. Rivers is 0-for-1. Gura settles in. 4-6, that's blank. Rivers, a 1-3, and that's going to be a base hit to right field for Rivers. Rivers gets the first hit of the game for the Rangers. A single for Mick the Quick. Although he is not Mick the Quick, really, in 81. Oliver is next. Infield goes to double play depth. Oliver is 0 for 1. Rivers, can he get the jump anyway? No, he does not. And I'm not going to do, now a hit and run is possible, but Oliver with a 309 average, maybe I will do the hit and run here. Rivers, though, is a 13 stolen base rate. Oliver's not going to strike out. The only way he would strike out is on a 1. Hit and run is on. Gura will pitch. 4-4 against the lefty. That's a walk. Now a walk chance on a hit and run is divided in half. That's a 2 minus 5 is a -3. So there's no walk there. Oliver will swing the bat. 4-3, and it just goes as a fly out the left. So Oliver could not make contact with it, and Rivers will have to head back to first. 2 down. And now Bell. Bell is 0 for 1. Rivers, does he get a jump or anything here? Nope, he does not. Gura, he'll go ahead and make the pitch. 5-1, that is a blank. Bell, 3-1, and that is a ground ball to first base. That's taken care of by Willie Aikens. He calls off Gura, he'll tag the bag himself, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit for the Rangers. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0 in favor of the Royals. With an 8-13 record, trying to turn things around here early in this season in May. The Rangers are at 500, and right now they are definitely in the playoff hunt, even though we are early in May. But in a strike-shortened 81 season, you could be in the playoff hunt right now. Rick Honeycutt will pitch to George Brett for the Royals. He will lead off, and Brett is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Honeycutt 1-4. That's at the park. Royal Stadium says 2-1. That's a ground out to short. Royal Stadium, batting average was .264, but only 44 home runs were hit there. Probably the reason why it has the -1 adjustment for homers. Here's McRae. McRae 0 for 1. Honeycutt 3-2. That's blank. McRae 6-4. That's a fly out to right. So far, these pitchers are having a pitcher's duel, but I guess Royal Stadium was known for that. Although the ERA, the runs per game at this stadium was 3.5. Here is Otis. Otis got a single his first time up. Honeycutt. And 4-2 against the righty. That is a blank. And that is Suadice. I'll re-roll. Otis, a 4-3. That's a ground ball right back to Rick Honeycutt. He's up with it. Underhands it to first. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals. After 4, it is still 1-0 in favor of Kansas City. Rapidly moving game already going to the top of the 5th. Bill Stein leads off for Texas. He's 0 for 1. Gura will make the deal. And that's a 4-6. That's blank. Stein, a 6-4, and that's grounded to third. Stein will head back to the dugout after grounding out. Next batter is Roberts. Roberts is 0 for 1. Gura, he'll make the pitch. 3-6, strikeout 3. Got him, struck him out. Roberts a 15, -4 is 11. That is a 3. He got Roberts, and that is strikeout number 2 for Gura. It will next bring up Sundberg. Sundberg is 0 for 1. Fans here at Royal Stadium enjoying a pitcher's duel right now. 3-3 hit by pitch. 18, no way. Sundberg, 2-6. Ground ball to third. George Brett will get it easily, and he throws to first. Side retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Gura. And we are already halfway through the game, going to the bottom of the fifth. John Wathen leads off, and he struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. He's 0 for 1. Honeycutt. And let's see, 6-6, strikeout 14. That's too high. Wathen, 6-1. And against the lefty, Wathen goes ahead and belts one into center field. That will bounce off the wall. Wathen will slide into second with a double. He gets a leadoff two-bagger for the Royals, and he will hold at second. Against the lefty, Wathen does a little better against lefties than he does against righties. Probably the reason why Wathen was in the game against Honeycutt. Here is Akins. Akins is 0 for 1. Infield is normal. Checking to see if Wathen will do anything. That is a 9, and he's not doing anything. Honeycutt will settle in, make the pitch. 3-1. That's an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to second. Akins will be tossed out at first. Wathen automatically advances to third. 1 out for White. White is 0 for 1. Honeycutt looking in on John Wathen. Jeff Gotts joins us here at Royal Stadium. Will I still be able to do Len Barker's perfect game on 5:15? Hold on a minute. Honeycutt will go ahead and let's see if anything happening there. That is a 17, and that is that's too hot, nothing happening. Honeycutt will pitch. 5-6, that's a possible error. Frank White will pitch. 5-3, Frank White will hit. That's going to be a ground ball to short. I would have called the infield in. I wasn't paying attention, so the infield is in. A ground ball to short. John Wathen is going to be held at third base. The throw will go first, to out number 2, and that will be the second out, as I would have called the infield in on that. And now the batter is Grody. Jerry Grody is 0 for 1. Wathen on it third. Honeycutt trying to get out of a small jam. Anything happening on the bases? That is a 4. No. Honeycutt, he'll make the pitch. 1-6. And that is going to be an automatic out. He'll get out of it. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Bump Wills is up with it. Throws to first. And that retires the side. Oh, wow. No runs, a hit for Kansas City. And we are after 5. It is still 1-0. We go to the top of the 6th. Jeff Gotts is asking me about Len Barker's perfect game on the 15th of May. Since I'm doing a ball game every third day, the next scheduled game is the 14th. And the 14th is actually supposed to be the next game scheduled, and then the 17th. That being said, the game scheduled on the 14th was the Montreal Expos and the Los Angeles Dodgers, Bill Gullickson against Fernando Valenzuela. But Jeff Gotts has asked me to do Len Barker's perfect game on the 15th, and that was the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Cleveland Indians. I actually have Toronto and Cleveland scheduled for the 17th. So tell you what we're going to do here, Jeff Gotts. You are making a request here, and I will go ahead and accept it. Which means that 10-minute ticker will be just an extra day. So because Jeff Gotts wants me to do that game, I will go ahead and do it for him. So that means that the game is going to be done on the 15th. We will stay in the American League. We will stay in the American League. I will not do the Montreal Dodger game for the 14th. We'll skip all the way to the 15th, and we will do the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Cleveland Indians, Louis Leal versus Len Barker. Although you guys know I usually tell you which game I'm going to do during the seventh inning stretch, but Jeff Gotts has a request, and we can do it, so we will do it. So we'll go to May 15th, and that actually allows me to change the schedule a little bit. It's not an issue. So we will do it. So Jeff Gotts, you want me to do Len Barker's perfect game on May 15th? Consider it done. That game will be done tomorrow night. Meanwhile, we get back to this one. Royals and the Rangers were in the top of the sixth inning, 1-0. And leading off for Texas is Rick Lisi. Lisi walked his first time up. And let's see what Gura's got. And 3-6, strikeout 6. No, not a chance. Lisi didn't strike out. He will swing the bat. 1-6, and that's going to be a ground out to short. So that 3.13 average is not helping him out at all so far. Next up will be Mendoza. Mendoza is 0 for 1. Gura, 2-4. That's an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to left. For a game that Texas won 9-1 in this game, right now the Rangers aren't getting any hits unless they occur later in the game. Here is Wills. Wills is 0 for 2. Gura, he'll go ahead and do it. 5-6. That is a wild pitch, ball 1. No problem, Mr. Gotts. Gura will go ahead and try again. 6-1, strikeout 1. Got him, struck him out. He gets Wills. And the side is retired. And that is strikeout number 3 for Gura. 1, 2, 3, go the Rangers. How they won this game 9-1, I don't know. But it's still 1-0 in favor of the Royals. To start the bottom of the 6th, leading off for the Royals will be Willie Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 2. Huge Indians, or I guess mean Guardians fan. You'll meet, then Clee baseball fan, who used to be known as Tribe fan. Honeycutt will pitch to Wilson. 1-4. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 5-6. That's a ground out to short, and that is out number 1. Washington is next, and he is 0 for 2. Honeycutt, he'll go ahead and he will deal. 6-1 against the switch right. That is a blank. Washington at 3-4. That's a ground ball to short. That is the second out. 2 outs, 2 quick ground outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that will bring up Brett. Brett is 1 for 2. He has a single. Honeycutt, he'll go ahead and set in. 6-3. That's an error on a grounder. Brett, a 4-2. Nope, that's just going to be a fly ball to left field. Leon Roberts will take 1 step to his left, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Royals. After 6, still 1-0 in a game that the Rangers won 9-1 historically on this date. We go to the top of the 7th. And it will be Mickey Rivers leading off for the Rangers. He is 1 for 2, has a single. Gura's not in any threat at the moment to be removed. He has got plenty of power. Honeycutt, however, is beginning to get tired. Gura will pitch to Rivers. 6-4, strikeout 16, no way. Rivers, 2-4, and that's grounded right back to Gura. He'll throw it over to first for the out, 1 away. Next batter is Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 2. 1 man down here. Top of the 7th. Gura pitching both Gura and Honeycutt pitching a gem. Gura, 3-1. That's blank. Oliver, A 4-5. That's going to be a single right down the line, right past the first baseman, and a base hit by Oliver. He'll hold at first base, and that is only the second hit by the Rangers in this game. Here's Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Infield a double play deft. Oliver can steal a base. He does not get the jump, and Bell, of course, is not bunting. Gura will go ahead and make the pitch. 6-3. Strikeout 18. No way. Bell swings. 6-1, and he popped it up into the infield. That's going to be a pop out to short, and that is out number 2. Your beloved grandmother actually passed away. Oh, so that game is special to you. Okay, so another reason why I'll go ahead and do it for you for tomorrow. Bill Stein is the next batter. He is 0 for 2. Oliver still on base. Is he going to do anything? No. Gura, he'll go ahead and make the pitch. 6-4, strikeout 11. No, he doesn't get it. Stein is a 14, but -4 makes him a 10. So he will not strike out. Can Stein do anything with it? 4-2, no, that's a fly ball to center field. Amos Otis, he's got it measured. He will make the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit for the Rangers in this pitcher's duel right now and going on. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Like to remind you, don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after the game. And tomorrow night's game, where it's now going to be a flexed. We were going to go to May 14th. We will go to May 15th in response of Jeff Gotts, who wants me to play the 15th game and the game between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians. And I have not had those teams yet, so I have no problem with another reason why that game is not a problem, because I haven't done the Blue Jays or the Indians yet this season. It will be Louis Leal for the Blue Jays and Len Barker for the Indians, who had a perfect game that day. But will Inside Pitch do it again? I have yet to have a no-hitter in Inside Pitch. I did have a Payoff Pitch no-hitter done. Okay, and I actually missed the no-hitter in Inside Pitch by 3 outs. But I've not had a no-hitter or perfect game yet in Inside Pitch, but I know they can happen. Oh, Jeff Gotts, not a problem. Just come on back whenever you can or catch the replay. Nobody's forced to watch my games. I'm just happy that people do. So tomorrow night, we'll go to May 15th, the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Indians, Louis Leal against Len Barker. Or I should say the Cleveland Baseball Club, formerly known as the Indians, now known as the Guardians. We go to the bottom of the 7th here. A pitcher's duel between Rick Honeycutt and Larry Gura. In a game, the Rangers won 9-1. Hal McRae leads off for Kansas City, and he is 0 for 2. Bottom of the 7th in a rapidly moving ball game. Honeycutt will make the pitch. 6-4, error on a throw. McRae, 1-3. Line drive right to third. That's out number 1. There won't be a throwing error there, obviously. Line out to third. Next batter is Otis. Otis is 1 for 2. Honeycutt, 4-2 against a right-hander that is blank. Otis, 3-2, base hit right down, right past third, and that will be a single for Otis, and he has 2 hits tonight. The only thing was a base hit to put the Royals up 1-0. But since then, that's only the 3rd hit off a Honeycutt since the 1st inning. Infield goes the double play deft. Next batter is Wathan. Wathan is 1 for 2. He has a double. See if Otis gets a call for anything. He does not get the jump, but a hit and run is available, and Wathan's going to do a hit and run here. So Otis will, let's see, hit and run is on. 5-5 from Honeycutt. Range play, that still matters. Range play, Wathan swings. 2-2, and that's going to be a base hit to left field, but it is a range play. The left fielder is Roberts. His range is a 5. He was very good, and he will make that catch out number 2, and Otis will head back to first. Fly out to left for the 2nd out. That would have been a single, but a big play by Roberts takes that hit away. Here is Akins. Akins is 0 for 2. Let's see. Otis does not get any jump. There are now 2 outs. Honeycutt. He makes the pitch. 2-2. Strikeout. 7 against the lefty. 11 minus 4 is 7. Yes, he got Akins. He barely got him. Struck him out. And that is going to be strikeout number 2 for Rick Honeycutt. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit for the Royals. Still 1-0 here after 7. The Rangers at 13-13. The Royals trying to get into the win column here and get to become a little bit more relevant in this short season. I know hit and runs don't always work, but they do come in handy when you need to do it. Top of the 8th inning. And Leon Roberts will lead off for the Rangers. Roberts is 0 for 2. Gura pitching an absolute gem. 1-0. Can the Rangers come back here and win a game they did win? Gura, 4-1. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 2-6. Fly out to center, out number 1. Man, Gura is in total command right now. Next up is Sundberg. Sundberg is 0 for 2. Gura will go ahead and deal. 6-4. Strikeout 11. That's too high. Sundberg, 1-1. Ground ball to third. That's picked up there by Brett. Throws it to first. Out number 2. I don't know how the Rangers won this game 9-1. Historically, I have no idea how they did it. Rick Lisi is up next, and he's 0 for 1. Gura, unless the Rangers scored all 9 runs in the 9th, which I don't think they did. Gura, 3-1. That's blank. Lisi, 1-1. Base hit to left field. Lisi finally gets a single, and he'll get to first. That keeps the inning alive. And the next batter is Mario Mendoza with that 231 average. And the question is, can I make a pinch hit? And it's the 8th inning. I can pinch hit if I want. And let me see. I still have to go by at bats. The 9th inning is the only way I can do it. Well, does it make a difference? Mendoza, though, is a better shortstop, but I think we'll go ahead and make the change. Mendoza will come out, and coming on to pinch hit for the Rangers will be Mark Wagner, a 259 average, had a homer and 14 RBIs. He will also take over at shortstop. Not as good as shortstop, but a little better hitter. 2-9. So here's Mark Wagner to go up against Larry Gura with 2 outs. It's still 1-0. Not a problem there, Mr. Gotts. Not a problem. You're very welcome. Lisi on it first. I am rolling a strat because Gura can do something, but that 17 means he's not doing anything. Wagner, see if he can come through with a clutch hit. Gura with the pitch. 6-1, strikeout 19, no way. Wagner, 4-6, and it's a ground ball to short. That's taken care of there by Washington. He has it. He throws to first to get Wagner, and that retires the side. No runs, a hit for the Rangers. Again, I don't know how they won this game 9-1 because the Royals are absolutely dominating. But if I have a funny feeling if I was to play this game a second time with the same lineups and everything, it would be much different. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Rick Honeycutt is now tired, but they're going to see if he can pitch one more inning here. He is pitching very well. Frank White leads off for Kansas City, or will they? Let's see. Right switch. You know what? Honeycutt does better against lefties, against right-handed batters, so Honeycutt will pitch to White. Bottom of the 8th, 1-0. Honeycutt, 4-4 against the righty. That's a blank. White will swing the bat. 6-3, base hit, center field for White. He gets a single. Frank White gets his first hit of the game, and he will go to first. Now the batter is Grody. And Grody, he is 0 for 2. And Honeycutt, let's see. Honeycutt, they're going to, I think that, let me check the Texas bullpen, see what I want to do with Grody. And they're going to make a pitching change. So Honeycutt is done, but he pitched beautifully. He did very well. The Rangers will bring in a right-hander, and it will be Steve Comer. 8 wins, 2 losses, 6 saves, a 2.56 ERA. Comer, that's a good year for him. He had 35 relief appearances. So Steve Comer will go up against Jerry Grody. There is nobody out. White on at first, double play depth. White can do something. He won't do anything there. Comer will settle in on Grody. And here comes the pitch. 3-2. Walk plus 10. That 16 won't do it. Grody would be a 16, but -5 makes him an 11. So no walk for Grody. Grody 6-6, and that's going to be a base hit right past third for a single. Grody keeps the inning alive, keeps it alive. White's base running rating is a 4. He will not make third with that. He needs to be a 6 in order to do it. And he will hold at second, but the Royals are in business. 2 consecutive base hits. First time we've had that in this pitcher's duel. And now the batter is Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 3. Royals trying to get a big win here over the Rangers. Keep themselves reliable. Infield is still a double play depth. Anything happening on the bases? The 8 says no. Comer looking in on Wilson. He will make the pitch. 1-2, blank. Wilson. That is a 5-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn the double play. 1-0-1. Shortstop is Wagner, and Wagner is a 0, so the only way they'll turn a double play is on a 1. And they do. They get the 1. And Wilson is just thrown out at first base. And that's 2 outs. What a play. What a big relay by Mark Wagner to go ahead and get him out. That's clutch double play. That moves Frank White over to third, but now it's 2 outs. On a 4-6-3, and now the batter is Washington. Big insurance run at third base. 2 outs now, and Comer, he will pitch to Washington. Checking on the strat. That's a 2. White not doing anything. Comer, will he argue some? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. That is a 1. That's what you call close. Comer will go ahead. He'll take the pitch. 5-1, range play. Washington, 4-4. That's a ground ball right back to Comer. Comer's range is a 3. Can he prevent the run from scoring? Yes, he's got it. What a play by Comer. Throws to first, side retired, and the Rangers get out of it. No runs, 2 hits. A runner stranded at third. What a pitcher's duel going on between these two. After 8, it's still 1-0 Royals. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th, 1-0. Larry Gura will pitch. And why not? He's only given up 3 hits. Bump Wills leads off for Texas against Gura. The Royals do have the bullpen ready to go. Dan Quisenberry ready if necessary. Gura will pitch to Wills. Remember, this is the 80s. We had pitchers go complete games. Something we don't see much of often anymore. Gura will pitch. 3-4 against the switch right. That is a walk plus 10, and that 12 will walk him. He will walk him. Wills becomes a 19, minus 5 is a 14, and what a time for Gura to walk the leadoff hitter. Second walk issued by Gura, and that puts a very fast Bump Wills on at first. And the next batter is Mickey Rivers. Rivers is 1 for 3. Wills a definite stealing threat, although he has only a stolen base rating of 11. Infield a double play depth. Let's see if Wills gets a jump. That is a 3. He does not get the jump. 4 minus 2 is 2. However, Rivers does get the hit and run call, and they're going to do a hit and run. Wills will try to get to second base on a hit and run. Gura with the pitch. 4-6, that's blank. Rivers will swing. 5-5, and that's a ground ball to first. It's a ground ball to first base. Rivers, it's a grounder to first. Now, on a hit and run, 1, 2, 3. But on a hit and run, the double play is lowered by 2. So the 3 becomes a 1, okay? Becomes a 1, and the shortstop is Washington. He has a +1, so that becomes a 2. So a 1 or a 2, they will. I'll say, wait a minute, let me make sure, because it was hit the first. So wait a minute, my bad. 1, 2. Hold on a second. Let me redo this. 1 plus 1 is 2. The ball was hit the first base, so he doesn't get the double play help. So 1, 2, 2. And Washington +1 is a 3, I believe. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Let me make sure I'm doing it right. So it's a double play chance. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 2 minus 2 is 0. And Washington has a +1 arm. The only way they'll turn a double play is on a 1. They do! Holy cow, they got the 1! It's a ground ball to first. It's picked up by Akins. He throws it to Washington. Back to first for 2. Double play. They turned it. Holy cow, 3-6-3. The only way they could have turned the double play is on a 1, and they got it. 2 outs. Stadium cheers. Yay! Turns a double play. The only way they could have gotten it was on a 1, and they nailed it. Anything higher, Rivers would have been on second base. And now it's up to Al Oliver, and Larry Gura punches his fist into the air. But now Oliver has to try to keep it up. Gura, this will be probably could be his last batter. Oliver is 1 for 3. There are 2 outs. A 1-0 ball game here at Royals Stadium. Gura will try to go the distance. Pitch from Gura. It's a 6-3. Strikeout 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's your game. The Royals go ahead and win this game 1-0 in a game the Rangers won historically 9-1. A big win for the Royals. That was strikeout number 4 for Gura, and he goes the distance. Stadium cheers. Yay! What a game by the Royals, in a game they got crushed in historically, but Gura plays a beautiful matchup. No runs, 2 hits. And no runs, no hits. No runs and no hits. I'm sorry. And that ends it for there. Larry Gura goes the distance, completely blows up the Rangers in this one. And that is the game. Don't go away. Final line score coming up. For the Royals, 1 run on 7 hits and no errors. For the Rangers, no runs on 3 hits and no errors. Larry Gura, definitely the player of the game, and goes the distance, and he'll get the win. Rick Honeycutt pitched beautifully also, but he takes a very tough loss. 2021 says, what is a complete game? Actually, they haven't pretty much everything from 2011 to 2021 asked that question. You didn't see much of those in 2011 either. 10-minute ticker coming right up. Don't go away. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. Check out that website where you can pick up a copy of the 10 of FastScore, which allows you to pretty much replay any season within hours from 1950 to 2020, and I'm sure 2021 will be released very soon. So let's see. So the Royals get a win here, 1-0, and I actually can't believe they actually pulled that out. Cleveland at the White Sox starting on May 11th. Let's see, Cleveland 1465, and that's going to be 9. The White Sox in 834, and that is 3. That'll be a win for the Tribe. Boston at Toronto. Boston 1733, and that's 4. Toronto 845, and that is also 4, so we have extras. And let's see, for Boston, it's a 1 plus 1 clutches 2. For Toronto, 6 plus 1 is 7. The Blue Jays will win the game. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. Pittsburgh a 1062, and that's 7. Atlanta 1443, and that's 5. That'll be a win for the Bucks as they're trying to get back to some relevancy here. Houston at Cincinnati. Nolan Ryan on the mound. Houston 1724, and that's 4. The Reds a 346, and that is 3. That will be a win for the Astros. Steeler fan is not in the chat tonight. Moving on to May 12th, Cleveland at the White Sox. Cleveland a 1016, and that's 2. White Sox a 1912. And that's 2 also. Wow, they couldn't do anything with it. Let's see. Cleveland gets a 4. Cleveland gets a 4 plus 0 is 4. White Sox get a 2 -4. That's going to be a win for Cleveland. They will pull it out in extras. Seattle at Detroit. Seattle 5-52, and that's 4. Detroit 13-35, and that is also 4, again with the extra inning games. Let's see. Seattle, they rolled a 4 as 0. That's a 4. Detroit rolled a 1, and that's 1 is 2. That's not going to be enough. The Mariners will take a win. They will take the win. Texas at Kansas City. Texas and Texas an 8-11. Ugh, that's 0. The Royals an 11-24. That's going to be enough to get them a win. The Royals are going to shut the Rangers out for the second straight night. California at Milwaukee. Angels are having some issues lately after getting off to the hard start. California 13-14, and that is only 2. Milwaukee a 9-45, and that's 4. And the Angels lose another gun. The Angels got out to like a 17-5 start. They've now lost, I think 5 of their last 6. Boston and Minnesota. Boston an 18-14, and that's only 2 runs. Minnesota a 12-51, that's 5. And the Red Sox got off to a good start. They're struggling of late. Oakland and the Yankees. Oakland a 3-51, and that's 4. Yankees an 8-44, and that's also 4. So we have another tie. A 6-4 Oakland, and 6 plus 2 is 8. The Yankees have a 2, and plus it was a -3, and Oakland will beat the Bronx Bombers. Baltimore at Toronto. Baltimore an 8-35, and that's 3. Toronto 5-12, that's 0, a win for the O's. Pittsburgh and Atlanta. Atlanta an 8-61, and that's good roll, that's 6. Pittsburgh, I should say. For Atlanta, 7-41, that's 3. That'll be another win for the Pirates. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 5-61, that's a good roll for them, that's 5. The Reds a 14-31, and that's only going to be 4, and the Cubs will beat the Reds. Reds lose a game they probably should have won. And I know BB will say rigged. Cardinals and the Astros. And that one went all the way to the back. As I got to get that, and we'll re-roll. Sometimes that hole just isn't big enough. Let's see. Cardinals, a 5-32, and that's 2. The Astros a 7-54, and that's 5. Another win, a win for the Astros. Steeler fan, of course, not here. Montreal and the Dodgers. Montreal 5-62, and that's 6. The Dodgers a 10-61. That's all. Wow, that's also 6. So we have extras here. Expos. They roll a 4. Montreal is a 0 clutch, so it stays a 4. Dodgers a 6, but Dodgers rolled a 6, but a -3 in clutch will give the Expos the win. Mets and the Padres. My Mets are just not cutting it right now. Need to get some wins here. Mets a 5-31, and that's only 2. The Padres a 10-43, and that's 4, and my Mets just are not doing it. But I'm not expecting them to. This was not a good year for the Mets. Philadelphia and the Giants. Philadelphia an 8-53, and that is 5. The Giants a 17-43, and we've got 5 as well. Lots of extra innings tonight. Let's see. Philadelphia rolled a 2. Their clutch is 2. Makes out a 4. Giants rolled a 1. Their clutch is a 0, and that will be a win for the Phillies. On to May 13th. Cleveland and the White Sox. Cleveland 16-62, and that is 8. A win for the Tribe. White Sox with a 13-35, and that's 4. That'll be a win for the Indians. Seattle at Detroit. Seattle 5-45, and that's 4. Detroit a 15-23, and that's 3. Another win for the M's. California at Milwaukee. California a 12-24, and that's 3. Milwaukee an 11-16, and that is 2. Angels get back in the win column. Boston at Minnesota. Boston 17-65, that's 10. Congratulations, by the way, to the Red Sox tonight beating the Astros and tying that series up. Minnesota a 9-55, and that is 6. Red Sox get the win. Oakland and the Yankees. Oakland a 5-11, that's 0. Yankees an 8-21, that's just good enough to win the game 2-0. Baltimore, Toronto. Baltimore, that is an 11-21, and that's 2. Toronto a 2-41, and that's 3. Wow, the Blue Jays just pulled that one out. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. Pittsburgh a 2-25, and that is 1. Atlanta a 4-26, that's 2. That'll be a win for the Braves. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs a 2-44, and that's 3. The Reds have Seaver on the mound, 14-56. That will give them a win, and that's 7-3. That game belongs to the Reds. Cardinals and the Astros. St. Louis an 8-26, and that's 3. Astros a 12-41, and that's 4. That'll be a win for the Astros. Montreal and the Dodgers. Montreal a 5-21, and that's 1. Dodgers an 8-35, and that's 3. A win for the boys in blue. Mets and the Padres. Mets a 6-53, and that's going to be 5. The Padres a 5-24, and that's going to be 2. And my Mets get a happy recap. Philadelphia and the Giants. Philadelphia 14-53, 6. San Francisco 7-35, and 3. And a win for the Phillies. That would have been the last day, but since Jeff Gotts wants me to play the Toronto-Cleveland game for the 15th, we will now move on to May 14th. Texas and Kansas City. Texas a 12-14, and that is going to be 1. The Royals a 3-12, that's a 0, and there were 3 shutouts I can see. California and Milwaukee. California 13-12 and 1. Milwaukee a 17-41, and that is 5. Another loss for the Angels. Boston and Minnesota, who got off to a good start. Boston, Minnesota. Boston a 16-65. That's again 10 runs. Minnesota a 9-36. That's 4. And that'll be a win for the Red Sox. Oakland and the Yankees. Oakland a 9-61. That is 6. Yankees a 10-25. And that's 3. A win for the A's. Baltimore at Toronto. Baltimore 16-14. And that's 2. Toronto a 5-43. That's 3. That's going to be a win for the Blue Jays. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs, let's see, 7-26. That's 2. The Reds a 14-33, and that's 4. That game belongs to the Reds. Cardinals and the Astros. Cardinals 19-46. And that's 6. The Astros a 12-42. That's 4. That'll be a win for the Redbirds. Montreal and the Dodgers. This was the game I was going to do. Montreal a 4-46. And that is 4 runs. The Dodgers a 7-54. And that is 5 runs. That's going to be a win for the Dodgers. They will win that game. Mets and the Padres. Can my Mets maybe win 2 games tonight? Mets, a 1064. That's pretty good. That'll be 7. The Padres, an 832, and that is 3. And my Mets, once again, have a happy recap. Philadelphia and the Giants. Philadelphia, an 835. That's 3. Giants, 1746, and that is 6. And the Giants will win that game. That is your 10-minute ticker tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be May 15th. It will be a special edition of this, as I was going to do it, but Jeff Gotts asked me to do this game, and I will oblige him. It will be the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Cleveland Baseball Club, formerly known as the Indians, now known as the Guardians. It will be Louis Leal for the Blue Jays and Len Barker for the Indians, who pitched, and that was a perfect game done there in 1981. So we're going to play that perfect game for May 15th. Join me for that one tomorrow night. Baby, Jeff Gott, Sports Time Machine, and Big Clue. Thank you for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. And Jim Connell, Jim Connell, thank you as well there, sir. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. But tonight, it was the Royals over the Rangers in a heck of a pitcher's duel. The Rangers historically won this game 9-1. Kansas City wins this game 1-0. Who knew? We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.